All right, let's talk about something that can feel like an absolute dead end, conflict. We're going to dive into a powerful tool called mediation. It's all about taking disputes out of that scary, formal courtroom and putting the power to solve the problem right back where it belongs, with you. So let's get into how it all works.
First off, let's just acknowledge the reality of being in a serious dispute. It's just awful, right? It's not just a simple disagreement. It becomes this constant weight on your shoulders, totally draining your energy and making it hard to focus on anything else. It really can feel like you're trapped in a maze with no way out.
I mean, have you ever felt that? Just completely stuck? It could be anything. A fight with a business partner, a problem with a neighbor, maybe a deal that went totally sideways. That feeling of just being at a total impasse. I think we've all been there. And when that happens, what's our first thought?
Yep, that's the one. The classic, I'll see you in court. It's what we see in movies, it's what we hear about, it feels like the default setting. But here's something you might not know. The legal system itself really wants you to try other things first. It practically insists on it before you ever get to a full-blown trial. Okay, so this slide breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have the courtroom. We all know what that means. It's expensive, it takes forever, it's basically a battle, and in the end, a judge just tells you what's going to happen. But then look at the other side. What is that different path?
Well, that other way, that's mediation. It's a really powerful form of what's called alternative dispute resolution. It's designed to completely sidestep all that courtroom drama and just cut straight to finding a real solution. So let's unpack what mediation is actually all about.
At its heart, mediation is actually pretty straightforward. You've got to think of the mediator not as a judge, but more like a skilled guide or a facilitator. Their job isn't to pick a winner, it's to help the conversation along, maybe help you see things from the other side's point of view, and ultimately help you and the other person build a bridge to a solution that you both created. So mediation really stands on three core pillars that make it work so well. First, and this is huge, it's voluntary. Nobody can force you to do it, and you can walk away if you feel it's not working. Second, it's totally confidential. That means you can speak freely and honestly without worrying that what you say is going to be used against you later in court. And third, it's all guided by that neutral mediator who's there just to keep things fair, productive, and moving forward.
Okay, now let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about the big wins here. Because when you stack mediation up against going to court, the advantages become really, really clear.
This one is an absolute game changer. Think about it. In court, a judge makes a decision for you. They impose it on you. But in mediation, you and the other person are in the driver's seat. You get to craft a solution that actually works for your specific situation, instead of just having one forced on you. The power is yours.
And let's be real for a second. Going to court is a relationship killer. It's designed to be an adversarial process, a fight, and fights leave scars. Mediation, though, is the opposite. It's about finding common ground, about collaborating. It gives you a real shot at solving the problem without completely torching the personal or professional relationship you have with the other person.
I mean, this clock says it all, doesn't it? Litigation can drag on for years. It's a slow, grinding process that just seems endless. Mediation? It's like taking the express lane. You can often resolve a dispute in just a matter of weeks, or maybe a few months, saving you an incredible amount of time and stress.
And this follows right from the last point. It's just simple math, really. Less time means less money pouring out of your wallet. When you avoid the crazy costs of litigation, we're talking lawyer fees, court costs, expert witnesses, mediation can save you a fortune. Seriously, in some lawsuits, the legal bills can end up being more than the amount of money you are fighting over in the first place.
So let's just quickly run through the highlights again. With mediation, you're getting confidential talks, you're getting control over the final decision, you're saving a ton of money, you get a chance to save your relationships, and it's way, way faster. It's pretty compelling. But, we have to be realistic here. Mediation isn't some magic wand that fixes every single problem. It's not perfect for every situation, and there are some potential pitfalls you really need to be aware of before you decide to go down this road.
This table does a great job of laying it all out. With mediation, there's no guaranteed resolution. If you can't agree, you're back to square one. In court, you will get a decision, whether you like it or not. Then there's the issue of power. If it's just you against a giant corporation, that power imbalance can be a real problem in mediation. Courts have procedures to try and level that playing field. And finally, mediation doesn't have that formal discovery process where you can demand to see evidence. In a lawsuit, you get access to a lot more information. And really, the success of any mediation boils down to one simple thing: good faith. It only works if both people show up genuinely wanting to find a solution. If one person is just there to stall or to go through the motions without any real intention of settling, well, it's just not going to work.
So, after all that, how do you know if mediation is the right call for your situation? It's not just about a simple list of pros and cons. It's really about a fundamental shift in how you think about and approach conflict itself. I think this quote just nails it. It perfectly captures the spirit of mediation. It's about taking the power back. It's about moving the decision-making process away from a judge in a black robe and putting it back in your own hands. It's about owning your conflict and, more importantly, owning the solution.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. When you find yourself in a conflict, what is your ultimate goal? Is it just to win, to crush the other side? Or is it to actually solve the problem? If you're looking for a solution, not just a victory, then mediation might just be the path you're looking for.